Chapter 17. Adventure and Space. Key points. Mountaineering. Training for mountain climbing. Space. Our solar system. Constellations. Human beings into space. Some interesting facts. Dad, I also want to climb the mountain like those people. It's so exciting. No, you can't. It's not easy to climb a mountain. It's an adventurous activity, and only trained people can climb mountains. A daring activity which is undertaken by a person is called an adventure. Some examples of adventurous activities are paragliding, scuba diving, mountaineering, river rafting and rock climbing. Mountaineering. Mountaineering includes several activities that involve ascending mountains, for example, walking, hiking, trekking and climbing. It requires courage and a lot of stamina. Training for mountain climbing. We know that mountaineering is not an easy task. It requires a lot of courage and strength. While climbing upon a mountain, a person has to face a lot of difficulties. As the height increases, the oxygen level in the air decreases. It becomes difficult to breathe. Because of low level of oxygen, it becomes difficult to move further and mountaineers get tired soon. Harsh winds and low temperature make the adventure even more difficult. To face all these challenges, mountaineers are trained before they start their expedition. The following two institutes in India give formal training of mountaineering. 1. Himalayan Mountaineering Institute in Darjeeling. 2. Nehru Institute of Mountaineering at Uttarkashi in Uttarakhand. Necessary equipment for mountaineering. Following are the essential equipment for a mountaineer: spare clothes, map, food, water bottle, compass, waterproof jacket, first aid kit, etc. In a backpacking bag. The weight of backpack should not be more than 15 kilograms. Tents, ice axe, ropes, sleeping bags, etc. Mountaineering boots with thick rubber soles called crampons. Before a person goes on a mountaineering expedition, he/she needs to take proper training to handle mountaineering equipment. The person is medically checked for physical fitness. He/she is also trained to deal with high-altitude sickness. He/she has to build up physical stamina by taking exercise months before going on the expedition. The person also needs to carry and eat protein-rich high-calorie diet. Space. Stars, moon, planets and the sun are heavenly bodies. The area in which they exist is called space. A spacecraft is a vehicle which is built to fly into space. It is used for the observation of the Earth, communication, and space travel. Astronomy is the branch of science that studies the objects in space. Scientists who study astronomy are called astronomers. Astronauts are the people who travel to space. Solar system. Our solar system consists of the Sun, 8 planets, moons, dwarf planets, an asteroid belt, comets, meteors, and others. The Sun is a star present at the center of our solar system. The planets, their moons, a belt of asteroids, comets, other rocks, and gas orbit the Sun. The 8 planets according to their distance from the Sun are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Another large body is Pluto, now classified as a dwarf planet or Pluton. A belt of asteroids, minor planets made of rock and metal, lies between Mars and Jupiter. These objects orbit the Sun in roughly circular orbits that lie in the same plane, the ecliptic. There are also artificial satellites that are man-made. They are launched into space by rockets. They are used to aid communication and forecast weather. Constellations. We can see numerous stars in the night sky. Some groups of stars form patterns in the sky. These patterns are called constellations. Some major constellations are Ursa Minor, Ursa Major, Orion and Scorpius. Let's go an extra mile. The moon is the brightest object in the night sky. It looks so big and bright because it is closer to us compared to the stars and planets. It is about 384,000 kilometers away from the Earth. Human beings into space. With the invention of the spacecraft, it has been possible for the human beings to reach the space. Yuri Gagarin, a Soviet Union cosmonaut, made the first flight into space on 12 April 1961. The first man to land on the moon was Neil Armstrong on 20 July 1969. Since then, several astronauts have been to the moon. They took photographs of the Earth. In these photographs, the Earth looks blue because of the presence of water on it. Hence, it is also called the blue planet. Some interesting facts. Valentina Tereshkova, a Russian, was the first woman to go into space. Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin became the first men to walk on the moon. Squadron leader Rakesh Sharma was the first Indian to go into space. Kalpana Chawla was the first Indian woman to go into space in the US Space Shuttle, Columbia. Sunita Williams of Indian origin has set a record for the longest stay in space by a woman. A dog named Laika was the first living being to go into space. Elder Talk. Mountaineering is one of the most exciting and adventurous activities. It has been observed that people climbing mountains leave rubbish and garbage on the mountains. It is not a good habit. We should ensure that we keep the surroundings clean. Read and recall. A daring activity undertaken by a person is called an adventure. Mountaineering includes a set of activities like walking, hiking, trekking, and climbing. Malavat Purna is the youngest woman to climb the Mount Everest. Mountaineers have to face many difficulties while climbing up a mountain. The area in which the heavenly bodies like the sun, moon, planets, and stars exist is called the space. There are 8 planets in the solar system revolving around the sun.